I'm going to talk about that, and then the author, Taylor Lorenz, right?
That is correct.
Is calling in to discuss, so that's fun, exciting. From the New York Times, people.
We're moving up in the world.
Moving on up. Lorenz is just my favorite lol cow. Let's go back through a short history of what makes Taylor Lorenz such a new budding lol cow.
Female reporters are often at the center of the bullseye. 73% of women journalists saying they've experienced online attacks, while 30% say it has impacted their work.
I don't know if I can say this on TV. I'm going to rape you.
I'm sorry, it's the first time I've seen this. This is just so dramatic. No wonder she hated this fucking documentary.
Someone wrote the words, "I'm going to rape you."
Yep.
Journalist Taylor Lorenz is a columnist for the Washington Post and was targeted nearly 1 year ago in a segment on Fox News.
She's at the very top of journalism's
it's Tucker Carlson, no!
Host Tucker Carlson mocking her after she called for an end to online harassment.
Guys, Taylor Lorenz said shut it down. All right, we're not on the Nick DeOrio channel. That guy hates harassment. We're on the Augie channel. We're kind of iffy. But listen, tonight, no harassment. Taylor Lorenz said no. Everybody, calm down.
Now, she's at the center of a new study by NYU researchers, among the first to actually quantify online hate against female journalists.
This is the moment that Carlson aired that segment.
Yes. We see this really dramatic rise.
I just gotta ask, all right? If female journalists get harassed so much, why don't they just hire more men? You think of that? Because I'm sure they'd be harassed just as much. Because all these fucking companies and all these people are blood-sucking fucking leeches. All of these insider journalists who put out bullshit stories on Portnoy. All these influencer journalists who are too fucking lazy to make a video, so they write a little blog piece and they get paid no money to be read by 0 people. Yeah, that's Taylor Lorenz. That's the kind of people we're talking about here.
Using large-scale data to measure online language, they tracked violent and threatening tweets directed at 2 female journalists. After being targeted,
let's read some of these violent and
threatening tweets.
I'm a proud Trump supporter, and you're a dumb fucking cunt. Rotten hell. Yo, it's such a big threat. Is he Satan? Is he gonna put her in hell? Like, what is this? Who the fuck is this Taylor? I'll go. Oh my god. Okay, no, we're not reading that one. We're not reading that one. Hope your house burns down. Nice ratio, you snobby bitch. Too bad our neighbors. Okay. All right. Well, there's a few threats in here. Maybe I should have pre-screened these.
Directed at 2 female journalists after being targeted by 2 male.
We disavow.
Male media figures. Researchers found that attacks against Lorenz went up as much as 144%.
Wait, what researchers are doing long-term studies on how much hate that Taylor Lorenz gets on Twitter? What the fuck is this? Yeah, researchers took a fucking 10-day poll to see what days she got the most hate. Like, do you understand the chain of ass-fucking that's going on here? Alright, like these people, like somebody produces a shitty article and that person licks somebody's ass. They get on a show where that person's ass is being licked, and it's just a fucking human centipede of terrible journalism.
After just one Twitter thread. For another journalist, they went up 65%.
65% on the what is this? This is the 1st to the 13th. Holy shit, dude. The 12-day forecast of hate.
Lorenz and digital reporter Kate Sawson say these types of attacks have changed their lives.
Yeah, like these last 10 days made me really reflect on how I picked a terrible fucking job and went to college and spent a shitload of money to do what YouTubers do for free. And they make more money. As we'll see, Taylor is a jealous one. We'll get there soon.
And their work.
There's reporting that I know that I would like to do or that other journalists would like to do that we're not able to do because it's not safe enough for us to do them.
And they're not alone.
What are you doing? Fucking war-torn journalism? Fucking Dylan Burns went into a war zone to interview Ukraine people. You cover YouTubers, you fucking stupid losers. What do you mean? You can't cover Mr. Beast because a couple fans are gonna bring a little more chaos? The world is a dangerous place, Taylor.
This is after I did a report on an increase in the number of white supremacists running for office. Condescending journalists.
How does a kid from Maine get these ideas? Condescending. Okay.
C-word deserves.
All right. Well, I don't agree with that statement.
Obviously, I'm a person of color. Obviously, there's a reference to a noose. Are you getting messages like these?
Yep. Hey, nice job on that story, you soulless effing. Then also you'll see there's many people that are tweeting.
Yo, everybody else has got one where they're like talking about being lynched, which is like fucked up, and the other one's like kill yourself, and then Taylor's like, well, somebody called me a cunt on Twitter, and I took that as a threat.
You know, these are Taylor Lorenz's loved ones.
They
of
have
everyone.
photos. Wow, these are all photos of your family members.
Oh no! You mean the girl who went to Libs of TikTok's house is upset that someone did a little journalism on her fucking parents, you scumbag fucking piece of shit?
Yeah.
Children.
They'll threaten children. They'll threaten my parents. I've had to remove every...
I'm a YouTuber. I do this for free. I also had people threaten my mother, okay? I don't go on NBC to do a panel on why there's so much internet hate, because I'm not a colossal cunt.
single social tie. I had severe PTSD from this.
Severe PTSD, bitch, close the app. Do something else. Maybe stop being the most insufferable journalist on the fucking website.
Contemplated suicide. It got really bad. You feel like any little piece of information that gets out on
These
you.
are the fakest fucking tears. This is like Amber Heard levels of acting.
Used by the worst people on the internet to destroy your life. And it's...
I'm so sorry that people didn't like my article. Yeah, fuck you.
so isolating.
And terrifying.
It's horrifying. I'm so sorry.
You're fine, you're
It's
fine.
overwhelming. It's really hard.
Now, Taylor Lorenz did this piece we're watching right now, and as you could probably imagine, there wasn't a huge, like, super duper positive reception. She got harassed again. People thought this was fucking terrible. They told her it was fucking terrible, so Taylor Lorenz turned around and she blasted NBC for even doing this. They said if you do a whole video on journalist harassment and the journalist gets harassed, you're not doing your job. But what you don't understand, like, Taylor, you're just insufferable. Nobody likes you. You're extremely unlikable to the point where, like, I mean, let's just go through some of the history of Taylor Lorenz. This is the blue check mark that sits and hides on private. Have you ever in your life imagine being the upper echelon of Twitter, being the people who don't have to worry about DMCAs and flagging with your 300,000 followers, and you're sitting crying on fucking private, you fucking loser? Really? Imagine. What is private with 300,000 followers? What does that even do? All the people who hate you are already following you on Twitter. Yeah, I know she's public now, but we're going through a bit of a history lesson. If you didn't follow we're going to talk a little bit about the Johnny Depp stuff because this is totally related. NBC is so lucky to have someone like Kat Tenbarge who can break down these online dynamics. Now, if you guys don't know, Kat Tenbarge launched like a 15-tweet cope fest after Johnny won in court, and Amber looked like a fucking moron. If you can check the date, this tweet is actually from before that. So, I guess we're not lucky to have reporters like Kat Tenbarge who got it wrong. Who would have thunk it? Good one. So we have Taylor Lorenz, who's good friends with our friend Kat Tenbarge from Insider.com. Actually, I believe Kat is... actually, I didn't realize it. There was a bit of a mix-up. Kat Tenbarge, I believe, is at the New York Times now. Because she's no longer with Insider following last year's Portnoy thing. I think she moved on shortly after that. I thought Taylor Lorenz was at the Washington Post, apparently, or at New York Times. Apparently now she's at the Washington Post, which is funny, because she's also fucking retarded on there as well. Washington Post tries to stealth edit an article that Taylor fucked up And then she had to issue a correction because she got called out on it. So Taylor Lorenz is a fantastic journalist, okay? She gets her statistics from Social Blade. That's right. Taylor Lorenz decided that other journalists, I use that term loosely, I don't think these people are all that great themselves, but other journalists on YouTube like The Umbrella Guy make far too much money, okay? So Taylor walked on over to Social Blade. If any YouTuber in the audience has ever used Social Blade, all those numbers are wrong. There's not even it's not even close. It's estimated based off of data they don't know. Like, Social Blade doesn't have my my CPMs and stuff. They have no way of knowing how much I actually make. It's a roundabout estimate that's not even that good of an estimate. So that was her journalistic work she's put in there. And then she claimed, nice Taylor Lorenz image here, she claims that she reached out to the Umbrella Guy and the other YouTuber, and they didn't answer. Well, she didn't. Yeah, no, she just didn't do that. Just didn't even try. So she wanted her cake and she wanted to eat it too. She didn't want them to respond. She didn't want to engage with them. But she put out an article claiming that that she had spoken to these people and it didn't. So that's some of the A+ journalistic work that our heavily critical journalists, heavily critical of streamers journalists had to do. And then I did a little research of my own, okay? Because this is something, we've done this segment on After Hours before, but if you're just joining us now, for the 1,000 people who are watching me on this channel, we need to take you through a bit of a conspiracy theory. So you can fact check all this information you want, check Wikipedia, check the sources I'm listing, all of this is fucking legitimate. I researched it, okay? In February, actually, hold on. Let's get some, hold on. Okay, I'm trying not to get a claim here, but I'm sure it's gonna happen. It's not my channel, I don't care. Is this royalty free? Yeah, it is, okay. Oh, because you can't use the fucking Pink Panther theme. Okay. In February 2016, CBS News states that Taylor Lorenz was 30 years old. In August of 2018, the New York Times states that Taylor Lorenz was 31. In September of 2020, Fortune listed her as 35 years of age. Now, all right. I know these numbers aren't adding up. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? I know. I'm trying to figure it out, okay? But despite this, it is alleged that she is anywhere from 43 years old to 49. If you go to her Wikipedia page, they don't know! She's listed as 1984 to 1987. What the fuck? Okay, this is how they list fucking Alexander the Great, okay? This is how they list fucking Napoleon, okay? All these fucking people from history where they don't know when they fucking died. That's how they list these motherfuckers. This girl was not born in fucking BC, okay? She's a fucking journalist in the 21st fucking century. We don't even know when she was born. Is she a fucking reptile? All right. So we did a little research. It's called We Do a Little Research, all right? Okay. All right. So yeah, she's a vampire, okay? All right. We're gonna just move on, okay? Because now, all right, unfortunately, we have to discuss a certain pathogen, okay? I don't know if you guys know about this thing. Have you heard of COVID-19? Taylor has. I have to fly soon for work, and as someone who is medically vulnerable, I'm scared. All COVID precautions that keep high-risking people safe have been dropped. I plan to keep an N95 on my face for all 7 hours with 0 breaks, but I'm scared. It might not seal perfectly. Any tips? Taylor is terrified of the pathogen, but can I point out one fucking thing for you? This was tweeted in June. It's fucking June right now. This was tweeted fucking 12 days ago. We have like fucking 15 vaccines at this point. This girl's probably quintuple fucking vaxxed. What are you talking about? I'm sorry. We're breaking character, all right? We're breaking character. Unfortunately, there's more to this story, okay? Okay? Matthew Yaglias has some personal news that he needs to share, okay? Frankly, I think the virus should respect Father's Day more than this. He's contracted the coronavirus. Not Matthew fucking Yaglias. We love that guy. I just met him today. I'm glad it's a joke for you, Matt, and that you're lucky enough to get access to great care. But for those of us who've had their lives destroyed by the virus, the harassment, the virus, the death threats, her life's been destroyed 3 fucking times already, and who have to have their loved ones die and suffer, it's not funny. I hope that you can have a little more empathy, especially today. Taylor Lorenz is attacking COVID patients. They're on their last fucking legs, and Taylor Lorenz, she knows this pathogen is coming to get him, and then she just keeps smashing him and smashing him and smashing him. It's not fucking funny. How dare you laugh about your position? And obviously this was also tweeted June 19th. So we're fucking 3 years out from COVID. But Matt fires back. That's Matt right now. There he is. Actually, that's not Matt. That's Midwest Gun Dad. Alright. Yeah, if you thought the first TOS I was gonna break was a naked woman, you're fucking wrong. It's a half-naked man. Get fucked, chat. Hi, Taylor. Can I joke about this? This is me. The first time I sat up after a COVID coma they put me in due to COVID. It nearly killed me 4 times in 41 days. You had a choice. Crack jokes or let it destroy your mind. So I say, start joking and keep it up. Big shout out to Midwest Gun Dad. I'm sure there's no crazy thing lurking behind this little arrow I'm hovering over. There's a big difference between joking about your own condition at your own expense and joking at the expense of others, especially those who are suffering. Continually minimizing an illness that's still devastating to so many is harmful. I encourage you to learn about lateral ableism. Dear God, I'm like half crippled. I'm fat, balding, I'm an internet shit poster, but I'm still more likable than you. Got him! Ayo! Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, this is like a 40-year-old fucking woman who talks like a stupid TikToker. It's actually fucking crazy. But, we do have to turn... hold on. Oh, God, I didn't think the Taylor Lorenz segment was going to take us to the fucking 35-minute mark. I have like 3 more sections. Edwin, we might have to delay you. I guess we're just going to go tonight. I wasn't expecting this to go on as long as it has, but I hope everyone's having fun so far. I might go through some super chats in a couple of minutes. After the Taylor Lorenz section, we'll go through the super chats. But unfortunately, we have more Taylor Lorenz. People on here attack and harass anyone who wants basic COVID safety measures, saying disabled and medically vulnerable people have the tools to remain safe. And then they turn around and bash them for showing up to work in an N95, calling them irresponsible by not staying home locked away. You see the date? You see the date? That was tweeted tonight. That's fucking 2 hours ago. I didn't even know this one existed when I planned this segment. She's schizophrenic. What the fuck? Yeah, I get it. You're fucking disabled, okay? But you're not like fucking physically disabled. You're retarded, okay? I'm being ableist and you're fucking I'm sorry, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, that was a little harsh, okay? I'm being laterally fucking ableist and you're fucking retarded, okay? There we go. We got that one out, okay? All right. But where was this flight, okay? We put on the detective music back again. Bring it back, okay? We need the detective music because there's obviously something more to this. Why is she talking about flying, okay? Why is she talking about flying? Okay, so she's really keyed in on COVID. You see, like right now, she's really upset, all right? What about this picture might indicate where she was flying? I'm not sure. I can't put my finger on it. Let's look at the context clues, okay? Taylor Lorenz is really old. That means she's out of touch, okay? She's definitely out of touch. She's very old. So where do out-of-touch people go? Well, they hang out with children. All right, children. That's not YouTube. YouTube's like an older platform. TikTok, yes, okay, TikTok. What's happening with TikTok right now? I can't figure it out. She had to fly somewhere, about 7 hours. Where does she live? Does she live in fucking New York? What is 7 hours away from New York? Well, I live in New York. Where the fuck did I have to... Oh my god! I just figured it out! Taylor Lorenz is at VidCon! Oh my goodness! Alright. Guys, why is she at VidCon, okay? Look, I know things have been hard for Taylor, alright? I understand. I get it, okay? She's been knocked down. And she's been destroyed by everyone she's ever interacted with. But there's still hope, okay? She's a journalist, goddammit! She has integrity. And that's what her opponents, her detractors lack, is that integrity that every journalist carries with them. It's the code of conduct that separates them from those fucking Neanderthals who make $80,000 a fucking year doing what I do for free. From the unprofessionals, okay? All right. So, Taylor Lorenz is going to she's gonna pick herself back up, and she's gonna rally back. Okay, there are tons of people who love her. She has tons of fans. Just because there's a few detractors, there's 300,000 people following her. She's a massive fucking influencer, okay? If she talks, people are gonna listen. If she walks, people are gonna follow. If she has a convention, nobody's gonna fucking go. It's fucked. It's all fucked. Nobody went. Nobody fucking went. It's empty. There's like fucking 5 people there. How do you have 300,000 followers and nobody goes to your fucking panel? What is this? They had to zoom in to find the back of somebody's fucking head because they just it doesn't even look like one of those fucking cardboard cutouts that they had at the Ranger game during the COVID lockdown. What the fuck? It's misogyny. How many fucking men showed up to this? Girl, guy. Okay. Guys, Sargon didn't even show up to this as a joke. Augie and Boblax didn't even go to this as a joke. She's so fucking irrelevant, nobody wanted to fuck with her. I'm just letting that linger for a second. And obviously Taylor had something to say about I'm just connecting the dots right now because I thought she was defending somebody when I was making the docket. And I had no idea what this fucking tweet meant. So I have to pull this off screen. It's deeply weird and cruel to shame a creator for the size of their VidCon audience. Some creators draw big crowds, and some have smaller fan bases. I love interviewing creators of all sizes because I know it's not about the size of your audience. It's about the community that you build. Oh, God.
Reporters are often at the center of the bullseye. 73% of women journalists saying they've experienced online attacks, while 30% say it has impacted their work.
I don't know if I can say this on TV. I'm going to rape you.
Someone wrote the words, "I'm going to rape you."
Yep.
I just was curious, Taylor. This is all about misinformation, right? And then with so much coming out and so many editor critiques and changes to some of your work lately with people like Ricada and Umbrella Guy and Legal Bites, who 2 of the 3 are lawyers, right? and they were covering that trial. How can we take what you're telling us about misinformation seriously?
That's a really good question. So I think we
Oh my god. The fucking balls on this guy to show up to her fucking panel. And to know there was even a panel, because obviously the message didn't go out. Taylor's 300,000 fans didn't show up. There was only like 5 in attendance. But Jesus fucking Christ, the balls on this guy.
Can we take what you're telling us about misinformation seriously?
That's a really good question. So I think we
That's a really good question. Can somebody take this guy out of the room? And did Taylor not answer? Is that somebody else?
bringing up is actually a misinformation campaign. So what happened recently is an editor put this like boilerplate line in my story saying like, oh, you know, we reached out to these 2 people for comment. We actually absolutely like, you know, it was just like an erroneous line that he added.
To the guy recording it is snickering. Oh no!
I flagged it immediately. It gets, you know, taken down. But instead of the news organization kind of recognizing, oh, this is just this bad fake campaign over nothing line. By the way, we did reach out to them for comment immediately after the story. They were both basically like, fuck off. She's like, oh.
Oh my god! She's so mad! She's so fucking mad, dude! No! I wish this was on After Hours last night. Oh god, I wish you posted this sooner! What the fuck? Oh god.
All they did reach out to them for comment immediately after the story. They were both basically.
I know I retweeted this, but I was waiting to watch it when I got on stream, and this did not disappoint, bro. Holy fuck.
Like, fuck off. She's like, oh. All that should have happened is a simple line saying, oh, you know, previous version said we should reach out for comment. We've seen students reach out to them, they've declined, right? That's all you need to say. However, I think what happened is you saw these types of campaigns really effectively exploit our newsrooms. And they kind of kept pushing and harassing our editors and were flooded with all.
You're harassing, you're blaming your fucking editor. You fucking published the article. What? What do you mean? What are you doing? This is so sad. Oh my god. Imagine, bro. Imagine I made a huge mistake in a video, and then I just went, oh, my editor was supposed to cut that segment, or my editor added that stuff in on screen, and I just had no idea. But I've already told my editor this was a bad decision, so there's a harassment campaign that's blaming me for my video.
Emails and threats and horrible things. My family's doxxed, I'm doxxed. All of this stuff happens. They make it trending. They make it controversy. And then you see the editors scrambling. Oh my gosh, do we need to put more? What do we need to do? What do we need to do? And it becomes this whole bad faith sort of outrage.
This girl showed up to someone's fucking house. It's like, I just, whatever. I'm a journalist. I want to go fucking drive up to fucking Libs of TikTok's house and knock on his fucking door. Or I'm gonna go, like, I mean, these people found out who the fuck what's his name was too. That other stupid, like, quartering YouTuber that covers the Amber Heard shit. They fuck with that guy's livelihood too.
And I think that people's misunderstanding and kind of the recognition of, hey, like, you know, Umbrella Guy, I'm sure you know who this guy is, like, you know, he was heavily involved in other sort of movements to attack women in these ways.
Oh my god, movements to attack women. Like, this is just so bad faith. Holy shit. She sucks. Dude, if she was a YouTuber who had a following, I would totally make a video on her, but she's not.
And so I think we need to be really aware of how these things operate, and that our media organizations need to not freak out and react and try and kind of quell the mob. Just say, hey, wow, like, this is a mob. This is not engaged in anything. You know, certainly there was no corrections that you know.
Shiny Spirit too, nice. Thank you.
Fundamental, and nothing in that story was like, you know, we spoke to influencers with millions of followers, right? They were like, there's no fundamental issue in the story other than an editor added this erroneous line that was immediately fixed. But you see, right? I mean, Jay, I think you saw it as well, like, just sort of how these things can, people can be so misinformed.
I think the editors oftentimes prioritize de-escalating audience reaction over protecting the journalist. And
oh my god! What the fuck? Now they're just bashing editors. Like, they should just not edit this shit because, like, we don't want the audience to hate. Oh my god, this is so stupid. Like, they're blaming everybody with themselves. It's actually, like, hard to listen to.
It's happened to me, it's happened to you, and they do goofy stuff, man. I mean, your thing wasn't goofy, but what happened with me in LA Times was, like, goofy as hell. Like, and you didn't see it because it was on a much smaller level, but my editor, somebody was, like, called me an influencer who just reads headlines. I, like, tweeted about it. They were like, "You're harassing me." I was like, "I never named you." It went on this whole entire thing. My editor jumped in to be like, "We stand by V. They're doing a real journalism." She wrote back and said, like, "I hope this doesn't burn a bridge for me at LA Times." And my editor wrote back, "No, you do such great work. We're so proud of you." And I was like, Samantha, you have just empowered the woman who was bullying me.
See, here's the
But
problem.
it's silly sometimes, and then sometimes, but it's always...
Jesus fuck. I don't know. It's never the reporter's fault. Yeah, it can never be. They do no wrong. Dude, I wish I was allowed to be as much of a pussy as some of these reporters are. It's so much more cutthroat on here. But I guess we make more money, so it's worth it.
An editor trying to de-escalate or prioritize an audience reaction because that's more normal to them. It's like getting a letter to the editor.
I think I wrote a good Twitter thread on this, if I do say so myself, with the help of our PR team.
Yeah.
But just, you know, we need to recognize bad faith attacks when they're happening, and we need to recognize network.
She's trying to give the corporate view of social media, and everyone fucking hates them. We're just bullying journalists right now, having a nice fun chat, watching Taylor Lorenz have a meltdown at her VidCon panel that literally tens of people attended. No, I'm kidding. There were less there.
Like, what? I don't have time to understand the back and forth, right? I don't understand why is Taylor Lorenz controversial, right? Or why are people coming for V? I guess she's problematic. Like, that's the takeaway. And so I think, like, this is why we need to educate people about the media ecosystem and the creator economy, for a better word, so that we can say, like, people can...
We have to educate the media that, like, I'm being harassed. I'm a big old victim. You all have to know the lore of why the internet fake hates me, because there's such a huge anti-Taylor harassment movement going on. Jesus.
Those things, and they can think, oh, this is just...
It's so insufferable to hear someone who has this big of a chip on their shoulder. It's because mommy and daddy told them everything they were doing their entire lives was correct, and now they have to, like, get that check from everybody else, or they're being harassed. It's a professional victim, yeah. I mean, she's a professional victim who writes on the side.
Bad faith bullshit, right?
But everything is content. So for that person who had like a tiny little dig on me or whatever, it became like 16 videos for her.
Yeah, right, of course, and that's their incentive.
And I also would want to say, in your defense, like, a lot of the issues that were at stake with that particular campaign were just mundane newsroom stuff that honestly happens all the time. Like, minor miscommunications with editors, you know, with them adding a line and you're not aware of it. That happens all the time. Like, and, you know, people not responding for comment, or, like, and even, my understanding was that piece wasn't even about those two people.
No, wasn't that
it was like a parenthetical.
Like,
they had no obligation to even, like, no, yeah, but you did, and, you know, you corrected it, and then that's like...
No obligation to correct my fuck up once. Like, oh my god, the fucking balls on these people. I don't know, dude. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could be on stage and be as self-fucking absorbed as this fucking... I don't know.
Minor bureaucratic nonsense that does not actually affect, like, the crux of the story, and it happens, like, all the time. And so what was frustrating for me, as somebody who works in your industry and knows that, and knows the internal workings of newsrooms, is like, oh, this is clearly being weaponized as a bad faith campaign against somebody who is getting a lot of attention on social media, even though this is like the most boring shit in the world.
And I'm sure that someone's like recording this talk and gonna put it online and take, you know, has already tweeted 10 out of context quotes. Like,
No, we're listening to the whole thing, Taylor. Like, do you understand what this article was? She was writing an article with Social Blade estimates to talk about the income people were gaining through abuse of Amber Heard because they were covering the court trials. Now, I understand they made a lot of videos. I understand people might have a problem with that. But fuck, it's not abuse. Come on. I don't know. It's just, I hate this. I hate this so much. I mean, she's like actually trying to fuck with their money. Like, what do you think a journalist is trying to accomplish by telling you this YouTuber made $80,000 in a month off of profiting from abuse? Do you think that's a charitable representation of what he did? Do you think that's like a good article people are gonna look at? No, that's how you get your fucking MasterCards taken away. Like, I don't know, dude.
So I trust you all.
Well, no, but that's why, I mean, that is the content ecosystem. That is what we're talking about. That's what we have to educate people about.
You have to remember, when they play a victim like this and they talk about all the trauma they're in, like, you really have to remember how slimy these motherfuckers are. Because, yeah, I'm sure this is, like, annoying for them, and I'm sure they are getting some real harassment, but these are the people who are issuing the harassment for so many people with their bad fucking reporting. I mean, like, God, I don't know why mainstream media has as much of a pull as they do on social media. I think that they lead a dead print source here, and I do think for at least social media, I think social media handles social media pretty well. Obviously, I don't want to get my politics from YouTubers, but I don't really know why I give a fuck what the New York Times says about Mr. Beast. I feel like they're kind of out of their realm on that one. They're a bit off. I don't know why people would really care what legacy media has to say about new media.
Yeah.
So anyway,
But it's
Last
important.
question and then
we're out of time.
Oh God, he looks over and he's just smiling because he knows they're being recorded and they're out of time. They gotta go.
I know. If you have something to say, say it. If not, you don't know you people shit, you know? But we are out of time. So
Thank you guys so much. We'll be around today too.
Dude, she probably got off this fucking call and went, can you believe that guy fucking harassed me? He came here, literal psychopath. Probably should put in a note at security to get him checked at the door. Because this guy flew across the country to tell me how bad I am. Can you believe he did that? They probably have like a sewing circle of how upset she is in the back room. The community buried Deaf Noodles so deep that Ethan Klein wasn't even able to give him a CPR or revive him. Look, dude, that guy had 1,000 fucking chances, okay? That guy had so many fucking chances. I hated that guy fucking 1 year before it was cool. I thought he was the cringiest loser on fucking Twitter. Back when he was first getting started, and everyone's like, no, he's cool. Keemstar's like, no, he's cool. Augie's like, no, he's alright, okay? And then he just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And bro, I was so fucking right. It's so cool that his channel is like fucking dead. Holy shit, bro. I'm so happy. It's just a really nice feeling knowing that you were against the grain, now you're the popular fucking opinion. I believe this is it now.
That's what we call a panic response.
Dude, this is so cool. I wish, like I was saying on stream last night that nobody had done this, and I was kind of upset that she hosted a panel and like 20 people showed up out of a room that could have at least 100, maybe more, and that it sucked because not even Sargon would have gone to her shit to fuck it up like they did at the last VidCon for Anita, but turns out somebody did, and they got us the content we needed, so. Again, I wish this was on After Hours, but yeah, Toxic Male Clips posted that. Good shout out to him. If Augie and Bullblacks would have went, could you imagine, right, that that we went there or something and we sat in the rows and it became like a huge fucking story of us being there and shit, and it's just everybody smirking. We wanted to do this to Deaf Noodles at a comedy event. We're all gonna find out where he does his comedy in LA, and we were gonna spend our whole night hanging out there, fucking with him and like chirping him at his own event. But we couldn't find out, and I don't think he was doing it that week specifically, so it fell through. But it would have been cool. Would have been cool, nevertheless. What else we got, guys?